name's Karisma Maldonado, and I've been with the Adult Learning Center for about 4 years. Here, I'm teaching beginners, adults, English as a second language. So for me, it means people who are learning the English language, who are newly arrived from a different country. They want to gain some kind of proficiency, maybe for work, maybe for status, and they are learning English usually for the first time. Some of them have already taken classes maybe where they're from, or if they've taken it in another city. So the really basic foundational English learning is that what we're doing. I was in college and I thought I was going to school to be a psychologist, and I always knew I wanted to work with children at first. And I wasn't doing so well in my psychology classes when I was in school, and my advisor at the time was like, what do you think about going into teaching? And I said, I think that's fantastic. So I started off my career in elementary level teaching, and then as I taught more and more, I was gaining an interest in bilingual education, multicultural education. So I was able to continue those studies at University of Connecticut through a fellowship program, and I was working in a district with predominantly Latino speakers. Then after that, I found an opportunity in Wallingford about 10 years ago as a bilingual teacher back in the elementary. But as I was just gaining more experience, I was like, I think I want to work with older people. So I started off with getting my feet wet in middle school, then with the high school students. So I'm currently full-time working in both high schools in Wallingford. And then with the adults, a coworker of mine who was also working here at the time was like, hey, you might be interested. I can see you doing this. And I said, you know what, I'll take a try. And it's been perfect ever since. It's like my ideal job. I love it. I'm really happy here. I love my students. I love the relationships I have with them. I love coming to help them, and I feel like it's like my purpose coming here. I'm exhausted as a mom and as a teacher, but I feel like this is just like my calling. They make me feel really good about what I'm doing for them and for their families and for the community, and I feel like that's just something that I just need to do. So I haven't been anywhere else that I've liked better, to be honest. I've been in districts that I feel were not at my best interest or not at the students' best interest. I've been in places where, they don't put their teachers first. They don't put it's all about like politics, right? So I feel like I can be myself here. I feel like no matter where I'm at, if I'm in the day job with the secondary level, or if I'm here with adult education, I feel like my supervisors, my team, I feel like I get support, and that's really important to me because I don't feel like I'm doing this alone. I feel like I'm doing it as a team, like as a collaboration. So without all that, I wouldn't be here. So I wouldn't be the educator I am today. As far as like resources, my favorite so far has been, it was called ESL Library, now they call it Ellie. For my students, I feel like it's been the most effective because there's an abundance amount of things, from very foundational phonetics and syllables, like starting from the very lower level basic English to like where I want to bring them up to, which is like an intermediate level, in which they would move up to the next level for intermediate and advanced. And just working through them with pronunciation and learning all the sounds of the English language and versus what they're compared to in their home language has been great. And it's just able to dive into, we call it like a contrastive analysis, like their language versus ours and what the main differences are. So I feel like Ellie, which is what it's called now, I think it's done a great job using its resources to give me like lessons to help my students. So like I'm always trying to recruit my department because I feel like we need more. It would be nice to have a bigger team, right? Eventually, as far as teachers, and I would love to work with more people that I know that are on the same level as me in regards to like we're doing the same thing in the schools now. So teaching at with the older the older folks, it would be amazing. But teacher recruitment, I mean, if I was anyone, come here. We are all about helping each other out. I love collaborating with my counterpart. It's super important. If we always lean on each other for anything. And then as far as like I said, the students are concerned, coming to Wallingford Adult Ed, I think the teachers here really, really care about their students. And I know that the director here cares about his staff, so the staff cares, they feel good, they feel wanted, they feel motivated, so therefore they're gonna care about their students, and it's just gonna, it's a domino effect. So they'll know like, hey, we could come here, we could be safe, we feel wanted, we feel welcomed. So because of the times changing with the technology especially, I know every day when I step into the high school, there's got to be something for me to engage my high schoolers. And it's the same thing with the adults. They're like my students in high school. They are on their phone, they're viewing TikTok, they're doing they do similar things. So how am I going to keep them engaged where they don't go off to go use their phone or just be bored? So I have to always think outside the box. That's why I'm constantly like, the director wants to send me, Karisma, you want to go to a professional? Yep, I want to go there because I want to find out what's new. What does the research say? I want to know I need new tools. I need new tools all the time. I'm a learner. I'm a life learner, so someone wants to send me somewhere to learn more, I'm going to go and I'm going to take advantage of it.